This is Fireworks, your non-diplomatic talk show, where we say it just the way it is, no matter whose horse is God.
But there is no way for to absolve my property. That is my tomatoes. You don't call me a Daniel boy.
Party issue is responsible for his killing.
All of us will do the movement together. My food is my tomato. My food is my onions.
Hello, you're welcome to another edition of your non-diplomatic talk show, The Fireworks, where we say it just the way it is, no matter whose ox is God. My name is Eshobamo Imodu, and with me on the top today to take a look at the incident in Ondo State is a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party in Ondo State, talking about Chief Segun Adegoke. Sir, you're welcome to my talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, I remember the last time I had this same talk with you. You were a very, very strong advocate of PDP and one of those who strongly condemned the incumbent governor of the state, that is talking about Olusegun for taking the PDP to the courts to annul the election. Do you still hold a view that he was wrong to have gone to the courts?
No, if you recall, I did not say I was not angry because he went to court. I wasn't angry about that. But what I was angry about is that I didn't feel then that we ought to have lost the matter. I was of the opinion that something went behind and he was declared winner. That was my view then.
Now, that was your view then. What of today? Do you still share the same viewpoint?
In the light of the revelation we had about this Salami episode, about this Kano governorship election and all that, it probably strengthened my mind, my belief that probably that judgment wouldn't have been the best.
Your principal then, or the governors at that time was Olusegun Agagu.
Yes.
What is your relationship now? I know you had a strong relationship with him. Now, what is your relationship now?
Well, our relationship now is slightly impaired because I got to know certain things that I did not know before.
Like what, specifically?
He's an intellectual man. He's a very brilliant man. He's a good planner, but he's better as a vice chancellor than a politician.
For 7.5 years, he ruled. You think he's better, which means you're saying that he had
that is the result of what you are seeing now. Is the result of his incapacity to lead politically. You see, it's not enough for you to be brilliant. It's not enough for you to know how to construct roads. It's not enough for you to know how to propose LNG. It's not enough for you to talk about tarring roads there is more to it than political leadership. More than that. I have served under Awolowo. I served under Ajashi. I know exactly what they do to their followership. When you give a kind of position to a follower, to a member of a party, it is not your property. It's either that person merits it or that person served the party. It's either that person is a committed party man. You decide to reward him and put him in an office. After all, Agagu himself was heavily rewarded. He became a minister. He became a governor just because he was a member of PDP. You see, a political leader should look more at the welfare of his followers, especially when that political party is not in office. It's not enough for you to be so standoffish. And it's a bad political leader that is arrogant and looks down on his followership as if he has an answer to everything.
Does this describe the person of Agagu?
Yeah, of course it does. Agagu is arrogant. That is my belief. Agagu believes he's the wisest person in the world.
But you also believe he was so wise when he was in power?
No, I believe he's an intelligent. I still believe he's intelligent. I believe he's orderly in terms of administration. I believe he can get his onions very well. I still like him, but I have discovered he's not a good political leader.
Sir, can I just ask you this? It took you 7.5 years to discover this. He ruled for 7.5 years in Ondo State. You didn't make these assertions about his person.
I was not with him for 7.5 years. That is the mistake you are making. I was UPN, I was AD, I was never in PDP. I came into PDP in 2007. I joined him in 2007. I worked faithfully and loyally with him. I liked all his program. I liked the way he worked harder. But I begins to see the fault in him when he was driven out of office.
So that spilled.
I was expecting that unique leadership to follow. And I discovered that all that makes him tick is the position. When you are a leader and your party should get, though he suffered, but he should expect it. He was the governor. But you don't go into your cocoon. You don't become ultra selfish about yourself.
Are you talking about he's wanting to become a senator after he lost office
He deserted his followership because he was removed.
Or the other way around, his followers deserted him?
No, he decided. Look, the party went into tatters. I could remember when the military took over from us when we were in government in the Awolowo era in 1983, and Awolowo did not win as president of Nigeria, and we were so disillusioned, and the parties were scattered all over the place. Papa decided to make sure he visits each local government, boosting our morale.
That's a true leader.
Calling us to say we shouldn't worry, it's a temporary setback. Agagu will only take an opportunity for you to assemble 100 or 300 or 500 supporters in a hall just for him to come there and say all kind of things.
You talked about the massive looting of public funds, that Agagu has become the albatross of the party, quoting what you said. That he has become an albatross of the party. All you have said, you still maintain.
I believe so.
So what is the future of PDP with or without him?
I don't know what you mean by with or without him.
With him in the PDP, in the leadership in the PDP, what's the future of PDP?
I think the future is bleak. I think the future of PDP may not be something to write home about if Agagu still maintains this stranglehold on his neck, on the neck of the party. If Agagu is an asset, no doubt, he's an intelligent man, he has built up a political career over the years, a former deputy governor, a former minister, a former governor for 6 years. I mean, you can't beat that. That is good. But that does not give him enough good leadership. As far as the people are concerned, that does not give him the necessary requirement to manage a good party. You see, the party lost in 1999. PDP lost in 1999. And that is how Obasanjo lost all the Southwest. Obasanjo's determination when he was being ridiculed by other states. The Igbos ridiculed him when he was the first time president. The Hausa ridiculed him. This is a man who cannot win his people, cannot win Southwest. And Obasanjo put too much effort and won the 2003 election.
Sometimes I look at all these you have said, and you're a key player in the Ondo State PDP politics.
Yes.
And if the results we're now having about the president of Agago, how he has brought the PDP to a crisis point, according to your statement. You were one of those who brought him to office, one of the key leaders of the party.
No, I couldn't have brought him.
Could we say also that you actively played a role to foist on the party and on those state a candidate that does not really merit the position?
You didn't even know the story. I'm sorry. I have been in politics for over 3 decades. I know purposeful leadership. I know how people should lead their people, especially when you have through them attained a height. You see, it is not good enough when you get to a government and the sole determinant of those who are ruling the government is yourself and your brother. People may tolerate it for some time, and after all, people will look back and say that was wrong.
Then what if they merit it? His brother merits being the chief of staff.
Who does not merit? Is his brother the only person that merits chief of staff? Is it not nepotism at its highest? A misguided election? Is it what does his brother do to be the only person that merits chief of staff when he is the governor? And when the brother was a chief of staff, he was a teen god.
Maybe this is an Ondo State thing, because even the incumbent governor has his brother as the vice chancellor.
There are two different things. Vice chancellor required qualifications, required experience. He requires academic qualification. You can, if he makes his brother, who is just ordinary PhD, a vice chancellor, you can talk. Or if he makes his brother, who is ordinarily a doctor, although it is still wrong that he made his brother.
Because there are other equally
his brother couldn't have been the best in the world. But his brother is a professor, a brilliant one for that matter.
But we call that nepotism also.
It is still nepotism. But if you are an insider as to what happened when Femi Agagu was SSG,
can you share with us some of his excesses as
of course, the pompous attitude, the arrogant attitude, everything is referred to him. He has power over virtually everything. Commissioners are asked to report to him.
Commissioners report to him?
Yes, of course. Some commissioners are asked to report to him. Special advisors report to him. And he carried himself with such a mien, with such a thing, as if Ondo State belongs to Ijodo people.